guys! So today I'm going to be filming an advice video. This video is going to be related to prom. I'm going to be answering one of the emails that I got. I thought I would go ahead and start off with an email, and then I can do videos where I just talk about like certain topics that you guys recommended, but I did want to answer this girl's email. So I don't know if you want me to say your name or not, so I'm just not going to, but you know who you are. So I'm just going to go ahead and read out her email so we all know what we're talking about today. So she said, "Hey Lauren, love your videos and your bright and bubbly personality. Thank you." She said, "But do you think you can make an advice video for how to get a prom date? This probably sounds dumb, but some pointers would be helpful. I have prom in 3 months, and I was also wondering if you think it would be a good idea to go even if I didn't have a date by the time it's prom. I've been debating this for a while now, if I should go or not, even if I end up dateless. It would really mean a lot if you gave some input on this. Oh, one last thing. Maybe if you could share your prom experience as well during the advice video. Thanks again." Of course. So I went to prom my junior and senior year. That's how we do it at our school. You can go as a freshman or sophomore if you're invited by a junior or senior, but it's mostly just juniors and seniors at our prom. And I did not have a date for either of them. I just kind of went with my friends. For my I'm dying. For my junior year prom, basically all my friends had dates, so it was like kind of weird when we were taking pictures, because everybody, like, if you see the picture, if I can find a picture I will insert it so you can see it, but it's just kind of like everybody and a boy, and then it's like just me, Jay, chilling on the side. But I still had a good time. And then my senior year I went with two of my friends. We were in like a huge group, but I got ready with two of my friends and neither of them had dates, so we were kind of like doing like the little girl squad up type thing, so that was a lot of fun. I honestly don't think you need a date to prom, and I'm gonna go more into this, but chances are you're going to leave your date, because if you guys aren't dating, like if you aren't in a relationship, you're probably gonna end up dancing with other people and your friends. So I'm gonna talk about how to get a prom date if you like want to get one. I didn't really care about having a prom date. There was no one who I really wanted to go with, so I wasn't like kind of, you know, like trying to get them to ask me. But if there's someone who you're talking to or someone who you like, just start like dropping subtle hints. Be like, "Hey, like, you know, prom's coming up, you going? Because you should take me." But obviously be a little more subtle than that. But if there is someone that you have in mind that you like talk to, or maybe you don't talk to them but you would like to go to prom with them because maybe you just have like a distant crush on them, totally feel you on that because I've had those before. Just strike up a conversation if you don't know how to talk to them. See if one of your friends maybe knows them, is in a class with them. You can start off with like a basic conversation, and then you guys can get talking. If you guys start liking each other, obviously you guys can go to prom together. But if you honestly don't have anyone to go to the prom with, I would just go with your friends, even if they have dates. It honestly doesn't matter that much. Prom is not that big of a deal, and you're not going to be looking back on it years from now thinking like, "Oh, I wish I had a date." It's just gonna seem so insignificant to you, to be honest. Like right now, I'm a freshman in college. I had prom last year, and I'm not like, "Oh my god, that was the best night of my life." Like, it was fun, but it's also just like, it's high school. Like, it's not gonna matter in a bit. But if you don't have a prom date, it honestly doesn't matter that much. You'll probably hang out with your friends more than your date. The reason people usually have dates is for the photos, so they have someone to stand next to, and they're just cute, but having pictures with your friends are usually the ones that you're going to keep. Because your high school friends, you're usually friends with them for a while after you finish high school. For example, like my cover photo on Facebook, I think, is a photo of me and my two friends at our senior prom. So like, those are the pictures that you keep. You don't really keep the pictures with that guy unless you're in a relationship with him, because then obviously that makes sense because you guys are dating, so you have photos together. So yeah, honestly, my junior and senior prom, wasn't wishing for anyone to go with me, didn't really care, to be honest. I'm the type of person where I ride solo with a lot of stuff. I'm a great third wheel, like I'm just good by myself, and I know a lot of people are like that. So if you're like that, or even if you're not like that, don't feel like you have to have a date to go to a dance, because for my homecoming, I didn't have a date I went my freshman and sophomore year only, but I did not have a date for either of those, and I just went with my friends. And for prom, you're probably going to get ready with your girlfriends, and you're probably going to go together, and your date would just show up later, so it's not even like he needs to be there, if you know what I mean. So if you don't have one, I honestly would not worry about it at all, because in a couple years time, you're not going to look back on it and be like, why was I alone? So yeah, I guess I'll talk about my experience a little bit. Like I said, my junior and senior prom, I did not have a date. My junior prom, I got ready at my house just by myself, and then I went and I met up at my friend's house. We basically had like this big group, and I'll insert some more pictures if I can find them off of Facebook so you guys can kind of see what was going on. But there were tons of us, and it was like people and their dates, and then there was me. And honestly, that was just when we took photos, and we ate before we went so we wouldn't have to pay for anything. And then we actually took a limo to the prom. Yes, it was at the aquarium, so that was awesome. It was so fun, and it was a really good time. We honestly just danced and walked around and talked to our friends, and we all didn't have our shoes on because they were so uncomfortable. That's another thing about prom. You're probably going to take your shoes off, so don't even worry about it being like some extravagant shoe if you have a long dress. Chances are you're not ever going to see it. So junior prom was really fun, and after that, I think we just like hung out somewhere. And then our senior prom, I got together with my friends Cece and Marissa. We got together at my house and got ready. Cece already had her hair done. I think Marissa had her hair done too. And I was just doing their makeup, so I did their makeup for prom. That was a lot of fun. And then we headed over to dinner. It's by our mall, and we met up with the rest of our group. I think there was like 25 of us, and there were people who had dates and people who did not. Like I said, me and my two other friends, we didn't have dates, so we were kind of each other's dates, and I honestly thought that was so fun. So if you have like a group of friends and none of you have dates, just go together, because you're honestly gonna have so much more fun. So don't stress over not having a date. Just stay with your girlfriends and go, and you can dance with other guys when you get there. You don't have to worry about your date being like, hey, like, what are you doing? So yeah, once we got to the restaurant, we just kind of ate for about like an hour, and we just kind of hung out. And then after that, we headed to our prom, and it was at, I don't remember where it was, but it was like some place where they have like the huge like halls where you can just have dances, and the lights were out, and there were like strobe lights. It was so fun. So I definitely recommend going to prom if your school has one. No, you do not need a date, but if you do meet someone or you're talking to someone, I would definitely pursue that, because if you can get a date, that would be awesome. But honestly, you don't need one. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for sending a question. If you guys want to send some specific questions that are kind of related to you, maybe you have a story or your question's a lot longer, or you just don't want the people in the comment section to see your name, I'll leave my email address on the screen. Only use this if it's business inquiries, or if you want to send me an advice little question or paragraph or whatever, story, whatever you want, just because otherwise it gets a little spammy and I will not see your email. And go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed and if it helped you out. Let me know if you guys want some more advice videos in the future. Feel free to share it with anyone who it may help as well. I don't know. If it helps someone, you could just give it a little shove. What am I saying? But anyways, before this gets a little too rambly, be sure to give this a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at lawenwoss, and add me on Snapchat at itslawenwoss, and I'll see you all in my next video. I love you!